Hi, families. It is time for our November newsletter. So surprised how fast November went. I know I said that last month, but we are officially at the end of our first trimester. So report cards will be coming home soon, and I can't wait to share with you the progress that your child has made so far in third grade. So with the end of the trimester comes some new units that I wanted to share with you. This was something we worked on in our first 2 units for reading, and we looked at how as we write about our reading, we are trying to aim for this one, which is more like a third grade level. And I know I talked to a lot of you at conferences that comprehension and being able to write about our reading was going to be a huge part of third grade. So as we're switching to informational reading, we are switching to notes more like this. This is called boxes and bullets, where we put our main idea up here, and then we put the details that go with the main idea below it. So if you hear the kids talking about boxes and bullets, that's what that means, and it's our new way of writing about reading as we are learning information. So we're using 2 books right now, Gorillas and then Frogs and Toads. And right now we're concentrating on books that have that table of contents, that heading, the information that goes with it. And we'll be doing that for the next couple of weeks. And then we'll be switching to biographies and narrative nonfiction and how you can still learn even if the book reads like a story. And I know that the kids are really looking forward to that. So that's reading. Along with that, we're switching. Our writing is about informational writing, and the kids are going to be experts in something. So you would have seen that came home for homework this week, that they all picked a topic that they know about, and they're going to have the opportunity to basically write different chapters and teach us about whatever it is that they're an expert on. We just wrapped up multiplication. These were the 5 properties of multiplication that we took a look at. So identity, any number times 1 is that number. 0, any number times 0 is 0. The commutative, that we can flip the number around and it still works. The associative, that the order that you multiply them in doesn't matter. So 2 times 3 times 4 with parentheses around certain ones, it doesn't matter. And then the distributive, where we took a larger rectangle, and if we split it into 2 smaller rectangles, the answer stays the same. So you would have seen some work come home from your students with these. It's blank because next week we're going to be filling in and showing examples of each of these that the kids have to do. Next week we're also starting fractions. So like the kids know, just because we're starting a new concept in math, multiplication and division are not going away. So they still need to be practicing every night for about 5 minutes. I'm still sending home the weekly multiplication games that they can play. We're still practicing here in class with different games, different activities. So as we get into new concepts, just please make sure that your child is still practicing their multiplication and division at home. We also are in the middle of our first science unit, which is on weather. So we have been learning about climate and weather and patterns and tools and all of that type of a thing. And next week we're going to get into an engineering kit that we get from the Einstein Project. And next week the kids will get to build sails, and they will get to build windmills. And they are looking to see how they do with the design process, how they do with creating things with different materials, testing it, and then if it goes wrong, how they improve it or make it better. So we'll try to take a lot of pictures and videos of that to put onto Seesaw so you can see how they do with that, and I think they'll have a lot of fun. I know that they're really looking forward to that. With some of the upcoming weeks, we do have some things happening. We'll be doing a classroom spelling bee on Monday, where the kids will have an opportunity to try to be one of the 3 representatives from our class. And then the representatives from each of the third grade classrooms will compete. And the top 2 third graders will move on to a spelling bee at the middle school. We have our holiday concerts coming up, and those times for all of the grades were in the newsletter for the last few months, so you'll want to look up the newsletter on the website if you haven't already to get those dates. And then we'll be doing some fun things in here to get ready for the holiday season too. There's some holiday STEM things we'll be doing, and some other things to embrace the next 3 weeks of our school year. So as always, if you need anything, let me know. Make sure that you are checking Seesaw a lot. The kids will be posting more on there, like I said, in the coming weeks with our units. And thank you for continuing to read at home and practice those multiplication and division facts at home. If you need anything to help support that, please, please, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you again for your help at home, and hopefully this showed you a little bit about what we are doing here, and I will see you in a few weeks for the December one. Thanks. Have a good weekend.